What's up, guys? Today we're gonna take a look into my setup. This setup ran with me for 20 days on a feature production that we recently just got off of. It's a BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro with all that you see before. So today we're gonna build this. Whoa. Cool. First, I've got my 6K Pro. I love this camera. I love the internal NDs. I love the tilted screen, which is obviously a big improvement from their original 6K. It's what made me buy it. So yeah, I've got the tilted cage with the Tilta SSD holder on it. I went ahead and installed that just to save some time, but you guys know how it is. It's awesome that you can just slap your SSD in there like so, and it's literally right there for you. Boom, you just tighten that baby down. All right, guys, so I went ahead and put the rails. I've got the Tilta base plate with the Tilta cage. Absolutely love Tilta's products. So I also have the Tilta V-mount and the cable that comes with their D-tap connection. It's just great. It's a great cage. It's a great system. I've absolutely loved it. So from there, I've got also my Tilta SSD mount up here. So that holds my Samsung T5, which is the go-to for the BlackMagic community. Samsung T5s are absolutely great, but unfortunately they have discontinued them. So probably buying them used is where you're gonna get them. All right, so when it comes to lenses, especially on a production where you've got to worry about being in someone's way, being wide, being close, you've got everything. When you're doing BTS, there's no rules, you know what I'm saying? So I use the go-to lens, the Sigma 18-35. It's a consistent f1.8 throughout. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love that lens. And you know what I gotta do with that lens? I gotta support it. So I'm gonna get that small rig lens support. I recently picked this one up. I really like it because it's got kind of these rubber edges here. And I feel like that's just better on the body and the house of the lens, but it just absolutely does what it needs to do. So when I'm setting that up, I like to find a nice good spot on the lens, lift it up just a wee bit, tighten it down on those rails, and there you go. Not too much, not too little, you know what I'm saying? Does exactly what it needs to do. Supports that lens, keeps the weight off the lens mount on the body. All right, next, I'm going to my top handle. This is super important because sometimes you gotta get those shots where you gotta just hold the camera like at your knees or something like that, and it's way easier to just grab it on the top, hold it. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm a Tilta fanboy, that just is what it is, but I went with the UU rig because I actually had an extra one, and only because it matches the actual color of this cage. My Tilta one is the gunmetal, and I use it when I need to, but I like my setup to look a little cleaner, so I've been using the black UU rig. You know, preferences. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and worry about my microphone. You've got to capture audio when you're doing BTS, especially from a video standpoint. I've got to be in the moment. I've got to be worried about what's going on in front of me. If the director's having a good conversation with an actor, sometimes I'm gonna wanna capture that. Sometimes I'm gonna wanna pull somebody aside and have a quick interview, asking them how the day's going, how their role is going, how they've been getting into the character when I can. You wanna be respectful if someone's acting, of course. But there's always something to capture on set that might turn into something that you need in your edit down the road. So I have this incredible Condor Blue cable to make sure I'm getting good connection, crispy audio, everything's golden. I love this cable, and it looks cool too. I mean, the blue, you can't argue with that. Great cables, check them out. I really have liked them. So that's my audio setup. This microphone has absolutely been incredible from a budget-minded filmmaker. It's a great entry point. It's the Sennheiser MKE 600. So yeah, great microphone. Next, you gotta see what you're filming, right? And sometimes it's really hard to look down there at the screen, but there's just situations where having a monitor is great because if you don't want to wrench your neck looking down at the monitor on the back of the camera, and you got to see what you're filming, and you're filming at a low angle or something, having a reference monitor, you pop up like this if you're filming more eye level. It's great. It helps you see exactly what you're filming. And you got to get an HDMI cable. And I recently had a 6-inch HDMI cable, and it did not reach. So I bought this longer one. It's a small rig cable. Absolutely love this thing, but I'm not going to spend time putting it on right now. Last but not least, you gotta power this thing. It really is a power-hungry machine, and that's okay. You just gotta plan for it. I love the image quality. I love the functionality. I love the ease of use. So I'm gonna take it. It's okay. I use these Nanos by Core Switchtronics, and they're absolutely fantastic. And I have two, and I love them. They work about 2 to 3 hours average. I've been able to get about 4 hours full battery, but usually what I do is I run them to about 25% and I go ahead and get one on the charger. And I'll always have an extra in my car, just in case if we're traveling around to different sets. I'll always have a fully charged one in the car. I'll have one on the charger. And that's really important. It's just making sure in a run and gun situation, when you're filming for 20 straight days, you got to keep your batteries charging. Super important. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped. I hope that maybe you saw a full build that maybe inspired you, maybe answered some questions on how you could do certain things. I don't know if I went into depth enough for some folks, so please leave a comment below if there's anything you want to see any further. Maybe I can do some shorter form content to get some answers to those questions. I would love to help you out in any way, shape, or form. For now, if you could, like and subscribe to see some more content like this. Yeah, cool. See you in the next one.